I think individually what we can do is try to see through our captivity, to understand it better and to share that, instead of, too often we accept the terms of the dialogue in any political culture, which leaves out every important question or issue. It simply does. When you look at American politics, for example, it's really nothing but trivia. There's nothing at issue. It doesn't question anything important. You know, I'm not saying that, and I'm not so arrogant to say that there are not issues that affect people, certainly, but I mean, nothing fundamental is on the table, and we have to stop that. We have to interrupt that, and it's harder to do individually, but that's part of it too, though. And I think that's just speaking out and just interrupting the false, the kind of phony or pseudo dialogue that takes place in society, and start injecting it with some reality. That's all it is. It's really that simple. This is a great nation of denial. It's probably the most completely in denial one. I don't know about that for sure, but so it's not easy. I think individually, I don't think it's a positive thing to be told, which the dominant culture does tell us every day, and I'm sure it's not just in America, that if you recycle more or take a shorter bath or something like that, you will have some real impact. You won't. It's just a lie. I think I look at recycling as just making room for more production. None of this stuff has any meaningful reality, and of course we hear about green and sustainable endlessly, and I've seen it in India actually, not just the US, of course, but and it's easier if you want to console people. They need to have some sense that they can do something. They can vote. They can be more assiduous in their recycling, or whatever it is. These things that are just a compensation and actually only strengthen the system. They're nothing about the solution. I'm sorry, but it's a waste of time. You have to look at where does the energy and the water go, for example, if you're looking at your personal consumption habits. That only reinforces the consumerist mentality. But that's another thing we can each do, is see through that and reject that, and not just keep it to ourselves. We can mock these things that I think so many people know it's just a joke, but it's socially reinforced if we just go along with it. Oh, it's counterintuitive to say that these things are not helpful, but insofar as they're not helpful, it's our job, I would say, to point that out. And then other people can feel encouraged and emboldened we can all go a little further if we each point out the lies. And it's more comfortable to just go along with it, of course, but that's something we can do.